Every single state that has flipped here in 2024 has flipped from blue to red. Not a single one has flipped from red to blue. That's like flipping 3,000 coins and all of them landing on heads. None of them landing on tails. And I asked ChatGPT the other day, the video's tagged, check it out. Has this ever happened before in the history of our country? 2.5 centuries. It said no. This is the first and only time something like this has ever happened. And I also have questions, as you should, since the results are now coming out. There is a unnormal gap between DJT and other people on the same team, on the red team. But when you have over 600,000 people pick DJT and not pick Mark Robinson in North Carolina, that means those 600,000 people either picked DJT and no one else, or picked DJT and people on the opposite party. And then you see similar stuff in states like Pennsylvania and Arizona, where the number is over 100,000. And that's just the swing states. Again, I think more and more people are coming out and speaking about these results, as they should. Because if something doesn't sit right with you, you're supposed to ask questions. And I know a lot of people are going to ask, why hasn't VP Harris done this? We had to understand she has a lot to lose. If she comes out and says stuff that's not true, her entire career goes out the window because she starts sounding like him. You know how he claims that 2020 was rigged and he went to court 60 times and he lost every single time? And he still says 2020 was rigged? Yeah, we don't want her sounding like that. We don't want to sound like that either. We're not going to go storm the Capitol. If she's going to say what we want her to say, she actually needs physical proof, physical evidence to back up her statements. And once she has that physical evidence, then she can say what we want her to say. We can jump to as many conclusions using logic and facts and math as much as we want. But until the results say otherwise, unfortunately, DJT won. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stop talking. Every single time, every single chance I get to talk about what I see with these results that don't sit right with me, I'm going to talk about it. And I will push and push and push and push and push until I get answers. Because the one thing I'm not going to do, and I advise you not to do, is just sit in your despair, helplessly feeling doom and gloom for the next 4 years. That's not going to happen. I'm going to be the resistance. And if nothing happens from that, I'll accept my fate, but at least I'll be happy that I did something. The big question is, will you? If not, then let's keep talking.